Building a minis. No. Hello, everybody. Yeah, my all of my royalty stuff has to go through tax stuff. I think I filled it all out, but it's still processing. So I don't think, because I can't do any of that stuff. I can set up stream, like I can set up ads, but I can't set up, like I can't do bits or subs or any of that stuff. I can't see any of that stuff yet. So I don't know. I don't know when that's gonna finally all kick over and get itself all sorted out. But yeah, there we go. So we're gonna be I'm running a little bit late today. I'm sorry about that. I normally shoot for 10 o'clock, but I had physical therapy this morning, so I was indisposed until just now. It was actually a mad rush the last couple of minutes trying to get everything set up for said stream today. Excuse me. We're gonna be building. We're gonna be putting together some Soulblight Gravelords. We're still assembling our Death Rattle Army set. Today we're going to be working on our Barrow Guard. I know last time I talked about doing some kit bashing stuff. Well, what I want to kit bash, I need parts of these kits for, and I don't want to get into the kit bashing and using parts of the kits until I've made all of the stuff that's supposed to be made out of the kits, so I know I don't use the wrong stuff. That's all. So that's what we're going to be getting into today. Is let's open up to the instructions. Here we go. Is making our Barrow Guard today. So sit back. We're going to turn some music on. And chill. And and have a good time. And play Necromancer and build some skeletons. One thing that I will do, just like I did with this guy, is with the heads. You can see they have all these stupid wings on their heads. Yes, those will be getting cut off because they look dumb. Just freaking dumb. So yeah. We did hit affiliate. I want to thank everybody so very much for it. This is my first stream from hitting affiliate. Ew. Like the plague, like the plague that shall not be named plague, or just the cold that's going around the school. Ew. Yeah. No, keep them to yourself, bro. Yeah. You can keep all that. I don't want any of that. I love the phrasing though. Explosive multi-directional messes. That's great phrasing. So let's figure this out. First thing we're gonna end up doing is building our champion. But we gotta figure out where to start. These are all labeled the exact same. They all look the exact same. So we'll start with this one. Why not? We need 2 and 8. I hope everybody's doing well this morning. It's been kind of a crazy morning for me. Like I said, I had physical therapy. My shoulder's been bothering me. So I had to go see the torture lady. I wholeheartedly believe that physical therapy, like, you have to be at least a little bit of a sadist to be a physical therapist. That's just how that works, I think. Like legal sanctioned torture. Yeah, basically. I had one doctor tell me that it's not PT doesn't stand for physical therapy. It stands for pain and torment. Which I don't necessarily agree with, but I have been in far more pain outside of physical therapy. How long have you been working on Soulblight Gravelords for? Today, about 7 minutes. I do have a existing Soulblight Gravelords army that consists of some skeletons. I don't run any zombies because I just don't like the zombies. Give me just a minute. No. Yeah, no, I am not new to this. I have Neferata sitting over here, mostly done. All I have to do is paint Nephi, and then I base her. I have Luca Vi around here. I've got a bunch of skeletons. Yeah, no, I am not new to Soulblight. Soulblight was actually the first army for Age of Sigmar that I picked up. I had the zombies before the Skeleton Dead Knights, like 5 horses and the king somewhere. Yeah. So the Death Rattle army set, which is what just came out, is what we're working on today. And we're working on putting the Barrow Guard together. They used to be called Grave Guard, but now they're called Barrow Guard. So we're working on putting those together so that I can do. There's a kit bash going around Reddit, on the Soulblight Gravelords Reddit, of kit bashing a White King. Well, completely blanked on the name there for a second. Kit bashing a White King together that I want to do on stream to show people how to do it. Yeah, the 3-headed pooch is a different army. That's for, I want to say that's Blades of Corn. But yeah, I have the Crimson Court. I actually use the Crimson Court as proxies. I put them on 40 mil bases instead of 32 mil bases. But I put them on 40 mil bases so that I could use them as additional Vampire Lords, because I tend to run a lot of Vampire Lords in my armies. And then the 3 undead heroes. Are you talking the undead heroes from Cursed City? Like, There's Holgrim. There's, yeah, I don't remember which they're. I'm not sure which ones you're talking about. But yeah, no. When I first started playing Age of Sigmar in 3rd edition, I started when the 3rd edition Age of Soulblight Gravelords stuff came out, and that's what I started with. So I'm not new to the Gravelords, and I'm very excited about their new kits and their new books and stuff. I'm really excited to get some games in. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So all I'm doing right now is I'm just getting all of the pieces out before I sit back and assemble them. And then we'll put them all together in one area, and then we can just do a mass assembly line in a little bit here. So yeah. How you doing, Pointless? How's everything going with you? Yeah, Kritza. So you have Annika, Kato, and the Rat Prince, which is Kritza. Kato actually is getting a new model coming out in a couple weeks, because all of the Soulblight stuff dropped this past weekend, I think. So they'll be hitting the shelves here in a couple weeks. So the individual Kato model is going to Legends. It's not going to be valid and play anymore. He's actually, yeah, I know, dude. Those models look sick. I can't wait to get it. It's going to be so good. If you haven't read Hollow King, which is the Kato Ezekiel book, if you haven't read Hollow King and Dead Kingdom, highly recommend. Really good stories, really good reads. So yeah, definitely recommend. Check them out. Good stuff. Okay, build 14 means I get my choice. I get my choice of crappy heads. I think it's only 2, which I think is Hollow King and Dead Kingdom at the moment. Hollow King is the first book, I believe, and then Dead Kingdom and is the second book in the series. I would have to look it up. I mean, if Hollow King is not the first book in the series and it's the second book, that would explain a lot of stuff. But I'm pretty sure it's just it's the first book of a 2-book series. You have a look. Yeah, let me know. I have spare credits on Spotify, on Audible waiting, so. Assembly line barrel guard. I was debating on using my Audible credits for Mistborn. Because I have not gotten to those yet. I am finishing up Wind and Truth from Brandon Sanderson now. That's the one I'm currently listening to. But so yeah, I have a bunch of extra credits laying around, so you know, there's a lot of people that have that problem, and my response is, this was the sprue for the White King. I don't need that, at least not right now. My response to that is the same thing I have with anything related to the hobby, which is find something that you like find you're already, it seems like you're already into the Soulblight aspect, so I would say start with Neferata. There's a couple of good books out there for Neferata. There's I think it's called Mother of Monsters, which is a Luca Vi book. We're getting we're getting a new book coming out. It's like Throne of Roses or something. My second army Stormcast. So yeah, I feel that. So we're getting a new book. So my suggestion would just be just to pick one and just find all the stuff, all of the books and stuff for that one faction, and just find a place to start digesting. Yeah. Primaris Ultras. You mean the Blue Boys. Black Templars. In other words, you want to play Blood Angels, but you want to be a little bit more edgy. I get it. Nothing wrong with it. No, I actually got rid of most of my 40k stuff over the years. I had a full Space Wolves army collected at one point that I have gotten rid of over the years. I had Dark Eldar that I've gotten rid of over the years. Currently, the only thing I'm sitting on is I'd have to check new points, but the last time I checked points, which was at the beginning of 10th, I'm sitting on about 9,500 points, 9,000 points of Grey Knights. And I just started collecting sisters. I have a few Dark Angels models left that I kept from my Dark Angels army. But that's pretty much, I think I have a few Dark Eldar models left that I kept, but that's pretty much it as far as 40k goes. I have some sister stuff, but the 40k for me right now is just a collection because the local group plays on days I'm just not available. And anybody else that I know that plays 40K, like isn't available to play. So I just have it. It's all just collecting dust right now. So yeah. So it looks like we're going to be able to get more than 10 Barrow Guard out of this kit. We will see. I know that you use parts of this kit in the kit bash, so we'll have to see. But yeah. Anyway, okay, so we'll move on to the next pose, which is 1514. Oh, that's the drum. Oh, I forgot to get a musician. 15, 14. Oh, that's 41. That's not 14. 15. It's 41. Oh, I messed up. Here's 14. I looked away and I came back and I started cutting out the wrong piece again. So here's 14. All the books in Age of Sigmar, do they tie together? No, yes and no. I don't think that they're all canonically the same. Like, they're all canon, so they're all canonically the same. I don't know if they tie like directly together unless they're in a specific set. Like, I don't think that what is it, Mother of Monsters, which is the Luca Vi book, ties into the Cato Exekiar books, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I wish I had a better answer for you. I just don't know. Yeah. Because I really don't know. I don't think so. If you're wanting to start with like the Soulblight stuff, The first book I would probably tell anybody to read for anything involving the the Death faction is to read the Nagash book. Um, read Nagash because that's going to give you uh, a story about the god of death, and you'll have a lot more background on why things are the way they are, why the Soulblight curse, um, stuff like that. So, that would be where I would say recommend to start. And then I'd probably go, if you're interested in Soulblight stuff, I would probably go from there to, there's a Neferata book. I think it's called Neferata. That would be the next one I would recommend. Now, if you're reading for the sake of reading, go for it. If you just want to read the books, but if you're looking for actual like lore dump information on the lore of Age of Sigmar, there's much better resources out there than those books. Okay, so for the second one, so for the first set we built, we either had the option of the champion or just regular barrel guard. So we cut out one for the champion and then we'd made the rest for the barrel guard. This one is kind of the same thing. I just enjoy reading. Good. It's a good thing for you. We have a standard bearer and then we also have barrel guard. So we're going to make one standard bearer and then 3 more barrel guard. And then the next special one we'll have is a musician and then and some barrel guard. So 22, 21, just use this one. I will say, definite win as far as for Games Workshop in my book is the new sprues for these models. The old sprues of trying to, you know, cut out 1 millimeter wide peg as a leg and assemble it was bullshit. I hated it. I've been very vocal about that. These new kits are much better laid out and how they're molded on the sprues. So much better. So there's one. And then we need, so we're using the same shield arm. Okay. The only pegging I complain about, you're right. Absolutely right. You see, where'd it go? Where's the spirit? This, this stuff here, it's the only pegging I'll complain about. Yeah, I know, Meg. You've been like one of my best friends for the better part of 20 years, dude. Like, I expect the comments by now. It's two. Is volume good? On the music? Okay. Sounds good. So I just realized I'm doing a lot of this stuff off camera. It's an off day for me today. To get Goldilocks, it wouldn't be worth the fight. Sounds good. Trying to keep my little pill piles together. The next one is the musician. 23, 24. Ruh-roh. You think it caught you, huh? Chased you down. Grandfather Nurgle has blessed you. So I have, I've been having a small fish, big pond moment here, Mig. I sent that email to that dude. No, he doesn't. I sent that email to that dude, and I think I'm just so small time that he's not even bothering responding to me. It could be just like take a couple days, so we'll see. But yeah, I've gotten no reply at all. Yeah, I'll wait a few more days. So pointless. What I'm referring to is Meg had suggested doing a reaction to some videos put out. You can find it in the Discord. Um, there was some videos that were put out of what if so and so happened to come into 40k or 40k in the modern world. And so there was there's some discussion of doing some reactions to that. And so I send an email to the original creator to see if that would be acceptable, because I don't want to step on anybody's toes, catch a copyright strike or anything like that, So, but considering the fact that I just hit affiliate, I don't even have 100 followers yet. It's feeling more and more like a small fish, big pond, and they're not even gonna really bother with me. Which, I'll be honest, it's fine. It's their prerogative. Their pierogies. I might still do it anyway. I just would much prefer to have them say okay first before I do, is all. Wait, you didn't? You don't? Huh? I don't what? I'm confused. I don't have 100 followers? No, I don't have 100 followers. I legitimately just hit affiliate yesterday. So, but it's all right. My channel has only been really going for 4 or 5 months. So I'm happy with the progress that I've made. $29.28. I'm sorry, I keep bringing this up and close to my chest, and I keep thinking about the fact that I keep taking it out of camera. Sorry. What's the point of me streaming this if you guys can't see what I'm doing? None is bullshit. Newbie streamer. Dun, 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 dun. I'm gonna blame it on the fact that I didn't have breakfast this morning. We'll blame it on that. I woke up, took the dog to daycare. I appreciate that. Thank you, Alibi. Was definitely not necessary, but I appreciate it. Hey Tams, how's it going, bud? I don't know either, man. Well, I don't know. I think you're just ignoring my notifications. That's it. I think they pop up and you're just like, this guy, fucking noob. Yeah, cool. Appreciate that. Okay. So we have our instrument, our musician, our next three. How many dudes are we going to make out of this kit? We're going to get a full 12? I think we could get a full 12. We are making Barrow Guard from the Death Rattle Army set. So they will end up looking like that. Yeah, I think we could get a full 12. That's interesting. Maybe not a full 12. Take a look. Let's see here. This is the last set of instructions. 34, 35. If Games Workshops gave us a full 12, enough for a full 12 and a 10-man kit, that's going to be awesome. He's also hosting his first convention this year in Wales. So if you're heavy in the pockets, you're more than welcome to come visit him and some of the other members of the Twitch fam. While I have at one point in time visited Wales, I do not think I will be going anytime soon. I'm pretty sure that my wife would absolutely 100% slay me if I tried to leave the country. And leave her alone with both children. 100%. Okay. So we might get a full 12. Let's see here. 39 and 40. Well, I would love that. I would absolutely love to one day, like maybe go to TwitchCon or something. And glad hand people. I'm not gonna really worry about it too much because yeah, still new streamer. It's next month. Yeah, Meg's also I do have a Discord. Meg actually is also a streamer. And so if he wants to go ahead and do shout outs and stuff, he can. He's also working his day job, so he may not be able to. Unlike me, Meg has one of those real jobs. He's not just some loser. Chris, I have not. Sadly enough, I am fairly new to the hobbyist community on Twitch. I really haven't. I don't know many people. I honestly, there's probably a ton of people that I would love to follow, and I haven't come across them yet. What's not working? Is the shoutouts not working? Yeah, that might be the case. After I had to set up my affiliate stuff, like, it's being weird. It's not updating. Like, it didn't show me the follow. So I don't know what's going wrong with Streamlabs right now. Okay. So yeah, I'll have to mess with Streamlabs a little bit later. Because apparently, yeah, that's more than likely what it is. Because like I said, I just hit affiliate last night, or yesterday. So, Twitch is updating and everything's being wonky, and some stuff's working, other stuff's not working, and well, like I said, Mig's also working his like actual job. Well, earthquake. Oh, so I guess he beat me to it. So I wasn't going to ask him to do too much. That's the way of moderating goes. But I appreciate that, Mega. Thank you. There we go. Is it pinned now? Should be pinned, I think. Cool. Here we go. We are getting a full 12-man squad. Full 12 models out of this 10-man kit. So that's kind of cool. GW, you fucked up. Okay, let's put the sprues away. We're done with those. We got our yes, thank you. So we got our handy dandy sandpaper stick. We got our mostly dull X-Acto blade here. We're going to use to kind of help clean up some layer line, some mold lines. We've got some sprue goo. Stuff's great. And then just Tamiya extra thin cement. I do also, this is my go-to super glue, Zap-Cap CA glue. It's cyanoacrylate glue. This stuff, the reason why I love this stuff is because it's really thin. It gets in between pieces really well, and will hold. So these are two different adhesives. Okay. Plastic cement, which is what the Tamiya extra thin is. Plastic cement is what it does is it basically melts the plastic. So when you put two pieces together, you've melted the plastic chemically, and then it hardens and it becomes one piece. Okay. Whereas cyanoacrylate or super glue just bonds the two pieces together. The problem with the extra thin cement that I've had, especially with the plastic that Games Workshops uses, is that it doesn't always form the strongest of bonds on small connections. On larger connections, larger surface area connections, you get a really good solid bond with this. But for example, when I was trying to assemble Neferata's head and attach Neferata's head to her neck, there's not enough surface area for the weight that it's having to support that it was working. I actually had to pin Neferata's head to her neck because I didn't have any of this stuff. And as soon as I got some of this stuff, I finished assembling her. This stuff will hold very, very well because it just bonds the two together and then becomes solid. Whereas this is better for other applications. Generally, I will try to use this, but if I have to break out the CA glue, I will break out the CA glue. So, modeling lesson over. So let's get started. Let's build up some. We're gonna adjust the camera angle a little bit so that not everything I'm doing is off camera. Sorry, I was out and my knuckles split randomly, so I got this little annoying band-aid that's not wanting to stick. That's odd. So let's just do some cleanup here. And this, all I'm doing is just getting the big flash, what's left of the sprue off of the model. Mike, you're in the way. Zach, can you guys still hear me pretty well? I had to move the mic literally in my face. Can you guys still hear me, or do I need to move it back? I figured it's a directional mic, so I figured it should pick me up pretty well. As long as it has a directional setting. as long as it's pointing in the right direction. Again, stupid little head wings, we're going to end up cutting those off once we get the head attached to the torso. We're going to try it that way first because it might be a little bit easier to put the head on first. We'll find out. But yeah, the head wings are going to go. I cannot stand the head wings. So dumb. I get it. Like, they're supposed to be like dragon wings because the whole like thing, oddly enough, the whole thing for the Soulblight, like their emblem is like a dragon. So like they're supposed to resemble dragon wings and stuff, and I get it. Like there's a point, there's a reason, but it just look dumb to me. So we'll get one assembled and then we'll start on the assembly line. Is the camera rocking too much? My hands off the table. Hands off the table, noob. Perfect. All we're wanting to do is just sand down enough to just get a clean, smooth connection. Luckily, I don't see many mold lines on these, which is really nice. We'll have a little bit of a line where the two pieces connect. I'm not seeing any mold lines. Connecting pieces, that's an easy thing to fix. Mold lines, not so much. Mold lines, still easy fix, just more of a pain. Tedious, I guess would be the word for it. So, okay, so let's get to the assembly part. You guys see all right? Do I need to zoom in on this a little bit? Maybe? I don't want to go too close where everything I'm doing is out of frame. So on this guy, we're going to go with this sprue goo. We're going to use the sprue goo for this first connection here. When we're putting chest piece on back piece, there's enough surface area there. And with the sprue goo, we're going to fill in some of these lines. And so hopefully, like you can see the line here. So hopefully using the sprue goo, we'll get rid of that line. And then this line up here. Yeah. Oops. Now what sprue goo is, I'm pretty sure I've gone over this on stream before, but what sprue goo is you take this stuff. And remember how I said what this does is it melts the plastic, and so you end up getting that connection. Well, what sprue goo is you take this stuff and you take one of these leftover sprues and you cut little chunks out of it and you put it in this stuff. And what happens is that this plastic melts, mixes in with the cement, and you end up getting basically liquid plastic. And so now you can see after we have used the sprue goo that a little bit of cleanup, that line, that gap there is basically gone. Thus is the point of the sprue goo. But we can go back to the regular cement on this one. There we go. And then now, yeah, I think it's gonna be easier to clip the wings before. But at least now with it on the head, we come back to sand this down. It'll be easier to hold on to. Sand it down, kind of blend it in. So we have a nice clean helmet. Not sure I'm going to keep the long point. Seems a little excessive. We'll go ahead and snip that off. There we go. So it's kind of like the old the old models where they have the Kaiser spike. What do you think? Should I keep the nubbin little spike, or should we get rid of it? Actually, I wonder. So we're gonna have all these little wings. If we take said wing, where goes that? Where are we at? We mount said wing. What do you think, chat? Should we give it a try? See what it looks like? I mean, we got 2 extra models. So we can experiment with this guy all we want. Do we keep them and then maybe mount the wing on the forehead? Yeah, the wing like a blade on the forehead, on the helmet. freezers out here. Mm-mm. The safety pin wasn't long enough. Hi, Chris. Thanks for joining the channel. How's it going? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are assembling our new barrel guard for our Soulblight Gravelords. Plug. We got it out though. And so in the new Death Rattle Army box, they gave us enough for 12 Graveguard when we only have a 10-man squad. So we're gonna do some fun little experimentation. We're gonna play around. Yep, still working on it. Channel's still pretty new. Only started a few months ago. So pretty happy with the success I've had so far. Looking at friends and stuff. So, but yeah, glad you stopped by. Heard you're running a con or something coming up next month. Across the pond. You have been. Alibi here has spoken praises. And spread the word. Current goal, I don't really have any goals yet. At least not like set. Just kind of grow the channel, see what happens. really been at this very long, so. Yeah, see, now I'm looking at it like this curves. Let me grab my tweezers again so you guys can see better. Um, I don't think the wing thing on the as a blade is going to work because, as you can see, it kind of curves. It's not a straight piece. It kind of curves. I don't think it's going to work. That's fine. Maybe we'll find some other kind of ornamentation. I want to see what it looks like if we take this nubbin off, though. Work this in. I appreciate that, Chris. I'll appreciate the lurk, and anytime. Normally I just run a couple of hours, but I was a little late, and I have 12 models to assemble, so we'll see how long that lasts, how long it runs. I'm gonna try and at least get these 12 done, so we'll see how long that takes. Since it's pretty much just, I've already got everything cut and pilled. Now we're just on the assembly, cleaning up an assembly. So I don't know. Be not really trying to rush through it, but we'll see how it goes. So probably at least a couple more hours, maybe another hour. So this is actually a great example of what I was talking about. Yeah, definitely. You too, Chris. Have a good stream, bud. This is kind of a small surface area for this connection. And so the cement really doesn't like that small of a connection. We'll have to see. Mostly what I use the CA glue for is to attach models to bases, because I found that the cement doesn't like to do that very well. There you go. We have one done. I actually kind of like the round helm without just the plain without the spike in the wings. So, there we go. We'll see. We'll keep going and we'll see what we get. And everything works. Don't think I'm gonna be using this much right now. So we'll put this off to the side. Streamlabs is not updating, so here, guys. I gotta pull up the Twitch stream manager so I can actually see things. Because I wasn't getting like updates on like activity. Couldn't see what people was doing. So activity feed. Just there we go. There, that's better. That works. So we got one down. Not going to worry about putting him on a base yet. But, so there we go. We have our barrel guard. On camera, focus. Stay focused. So there's our barrel guard. One down, 9 to go. A little bit more material off there than I think I would have liked to, but I don't think it's going to hurt me. I don't think we're going to see it. Thank you, sir. And reported. Woohoo! Thank you, Mig. Gentleman and a scholar. Moderator extraordinaire. Those are lies. No, they're not. They're not lies. Okay. Yes, they are exaggerations. They're not lies. Ah. We don't want to fill the whole. Ah. So what do we think? God. Fingers. Which one looks better? We got the helmeted ornamentation with the wings and the big giant spike, or the no wings and big giant spike. What do we think, chat? Not a fan of the spike, and I hate the head wings. So just get rid of all of it. And we'll come back and clean them up later. The wings are fine. No, the wings are not fine. The wings look dumb. wings are fine. You probably think the fucking Cybertruck looks cool, don't you? Comment like that. Wing Panzer. First time I've heard it referred to as that. I like it. I approve. Da, 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 da. Gotta speed this up or I'm gonna be here all afternoon. Excuse me. Had to sneeze for a second. I really can't see what I'm doing. Let me get closer to my desk here. Excuse me. The end is nigh. Grandfather Nurgle has blessed you. Well, you know the drill, bud. If you need to take off, you take off. I appreciate that. Annoyed with work time. I get that. Never fun missing work. Never good on the pocketbook. Hey, Winter. Winter coming in with the band flags. I'm not sure what that's all about. How you doing, bud? I don't know. I'm Okay. Oh, that's good. Winter got a wild hair up his ass, apparently. Yeah, why are we yelling? Why are we yelling? I'm good. Good. Twitch is being Twitch and taking their time processing all my stuff for affiliate, but it's Twitch being Twitch, so I can't complain too much about that. Twitch doing Twitch things. It took 3 days for yours. Yeah, so it's hard to say how long it's gonna take for mine to go through, which is fine. Like I said, it's Twitch doing Twitch things. So I'm going to assume there hasn't been any ads playing because I haven't. I'm going to assume that's not going to kick in until after they figure all their shit out. I think Chippy's was immediate. Of course it would be. I'm pretty sure Meg's was pretty quick too. Wife is arguing with the cat over food. Because apparently my cat is perpetually hungry. Well, that's a fun pose. So how we doing, Winter? Got a haircut today, huh? Looking all dapper Dan. Oh, thanks, 12th man. I appreciate it. I'm doing good. Thanks for stopping in, 12th man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm doing good. I had physical therapy this morning. My shoulder's been bothering me, so there's that. But otherwise, I'm doing all right. It could definitely be worse. Yeah, I was hoping because but they ain't got my shit together yet. I guess it's been like 12 hours or something since I got. Because like yesterday morning when I checked, it wasn't like before I went to work. It was still showing I was like 6 or 7. I still needed to stream another day. And I was sitting there trying to figure out why. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I figured that out. Like, I'm pretty sure it should have been fine. And want your founder's badge. Oh, I see. That's all it's for. You're just here for the badge. Just out collecting badges. That's what it is. Yeah. Achievement hunters. That's all you are. I appreciate it, guys. Just have to come back for another one. That's all. I mean, how long does the founders How long after is it before the founders badge thing goes away? I'm a little low. Yeah, Mike is being a Mike right now, and I was looking down and half mumbling. Newbie streamer. God, noob, figured out. Man, I'm honest, like I'm waiting for the day that I get somebody in here that starts trying to heckle me. It's gonna be hilarious. God, bro, your stream quality sucks. Not even on camera. Anyway. Wifey just came in and told me I'm going to have to wrap this up soon. She has an appointment. But I think I got another 25 minutes, probably, before I have to worry about it.
I know it sounds silly, dear, but do it for me, please.
So Winter, I posed to whoever was listening the other night, to help set some goals and sub goals and things, and to join the Discord and put them in there, for like what people would like to see for goals, and you can barely hear me. Sorry. Gotta. Every time I do one of these streams, I have to completely redo my entire setup. So, like, it's always questionable every time. Is this better? About the same. Well, and I don't know if I can help you out with that, bud, because this thing is all in my face. And as far as OBS is concerned, OBS is just shy of like OBS is like I haven't touched my mic. I'll turn it up a little bit in OBS, but I'm starting to like yellow line, and that's going to affect audio quality. Weird. Yeah, I mean, part of it is probably like when I do these streams, like my mic isn't like right in my face like it is other times when I'm playing games and stuff. Like when I'm playing games and stuff, my mic is pretty close up in my face. But when I'm doing these kind of streams, unfortunately, well, maybe I can do this. There's just not enough room in front of me. I wish I could take a picture of this so you guys could see it, but like directly in my face, right here is my camera. My light is right here, and my microphone is right here. So like every time I do one of these streams and I have to completely reset all of my desk up, like it's always a struggle to try and get everything so that the audio quality is good. But it happens. It works. So far, you're the only one to complain about it, Winter. Only one to complain about it. So, yeah. Anyway. Hey, Steph, how you doing? Everybody's showing out tonight. Everybody coming for those founders badges they can't get yet. Haha. Soak the views. So. Test it. The other streamers just in case. And it's just me. Yeah, it's honestly, it's probably just where I have to have the mic set up when I'm doing these streams. Yeah, I have a feeling it's just a matter of like where I have to have my mic set up, because I just don't have enough room in front of me when I'm doing these streams to have my mic and honestly in a really good location. I would have to like, I don't know, maybe I can mess with everything and find a better spot, but any spot that would be better for these streams are going to be worse for my normal everyday use in gaming streams. So it's kind of a crapshoot either way, honestly. So yeah. Yeah. So how's life for everybody else? As I sit here and play with my little plastic army man. Weird. I'm gonna try to at least get the musician done before I have to call it. Because my wife's got an appointment, so I have to be. This is essentially, it's fantasy. It is the new version is called Warhammer Age of Sigmar. What is now Warhammer Fantasy is now what is known as the Old World. And then Age of Sigmar kind of took over for it. And then there was such an outcry of people complaining about, you know, their models and their armies and stuff that they brought back the Old World. But this is Age of Sigmar. It is essentially 40k fantasy. Whereas the Old World is a rank and file game. This is a skirmish game. Skirmish style. So yeah, it is essentially Warhammer 40k fantasy, but it's not quite. Like for example, if you look up like Total War 3, like Warhammer Total War, that is Warhammer Fantasy. Wife's making brunch apparently. That's Warhammer Fantasy Battles, or what would now be considered the Old World. But like for example, there's but like Realms of Ruin and Soul Arena, those are in Age of Sigmar. So, yeah, it's different, slightly different enough that it's a pain in the butt sometimes. Yeah, there's a whole history behind it. So back in the day, back in the ago, there was Warhammer Fantasy Battles, and it was popular, and people loved it. And Games Workshops had a lot of products with it, and used the IP extensively. There was a tabletop role-playing game, quite a few things using the Warhammer Fantasy Battles. What I am working on is the Soulblight Gravelords. Age of Sigmar's version of Vampire Counts. While I am assembling skeletons right now, how Soulblight Gravelords work as far as an army is concerned is it is the aristocracy as vampires. That when they wage battle by summoning hordes of minions of the undead, of skeletons and zombies. And I hate the zombie models and I hate the zombie rules, but I love the skeleton models and the skeleton rules. So we have skeletons. And that is what we are assembling today. I'm missing a shield. Why am I missing a shield? Specifically, these are the Death Rattle army set that are just came out. Yeah, Skelly only gang. This is the Death Rattle army set that just came out. I lost my shield for my musician. Oh, it's because he doesn't have a shield. But I also didn't cut his arm off. I need a 30. Yeah, so I don't like the rules for the zombies. So in tabletop play, how this army works is it relies on the fact that you're undead, and so it relies on recursion, or bringing models back from the dead back to the board. Skeletons do this passively. The end of every turn, they get some more skeletons back. Zombies only got models back if they kill a unit, if they kill a model. Otherwise they don't get any zombies back. So if you have a really, like, if your opponent has a really good round, and out of a 20 man unit of zombies, exactly, out of a 20 man unit of zombies, if your opponent has a really good round and kills like 12, and then you get a fight back, and because your rolls just kind of suck or whatever, you don't end up killing anything, like, you're now down to a 8-man squad. Like, that's it, you're not going to get anything back. Whereas skeletons, at the end of the turn, they come back. They just come back. It's D3. Like, you roll a D3, which is a 6-sided dice divided by 2. You roll a D3 and you get that many back, just passively, at the end of every turn. Mathematically superior. I have been talking about this from day one, and yet somehow people still play and want the zombies, and I'm like, I don't understand it. It is kind of Necron shenanigans. The difference between Soulblight shenanery and Necron shenanery is with Necrons, you have a chance of bringing one back, depending on how you roll. With Soulblight, it's kind of bogus, because it's with skeletons, it's not even a chance, it's you are getting one back. How in the monkey? Okay, this one I got to get the book out for it to assemble this drum. Shenanigans and tomfoolery, yes. A Farva. The bar you like to go to. All the shit on the walls. Hey, Mountain Dew? At least it's not cocaine. I mean, could always be worse. Just kidding. It was sugar-free Red Bull. Well, if you like sugar-free drinks that give you energy, you should check out Dubby and use my code to get 10% off. Sugar-free sugar-free booger sugar. Cocaína. Hey, and we have the little drummer boy. Go rum pa bum bum. Excuse me, sir. We're gonna cut your spike and your wings off. Wait a minute. We got 16 models. It's a 10-man squad. What is the code? It did not work. Oh yeah, because I'm in the process, everything's messing up. Like, it's down below. So Stream Elements, Streamlabs, and stuff is completely messed up. So but yeah, the code is down below, and it's also a link. There's a picture in my where my links are at. Unfortunately. What's in the box? Yeah, down in the channel description a little bit. But yeah, so it's sugar-free, natural dyes and sugars. They use coffee extract for any caffeine. So it's all good stuff. There's not a whole lot of like big long words that I can't pronounce in it. And the flavors are really good. Currently they're still running promotion with a collaboration with Crunchyroll for solo leveling. Some of the stuff is getting pretty low, but check it out. If you use my code, you get 10% off. So yeah, I just realized I got 16 models, and I still have, and it's a 10-man squad. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, give me just a second. I'll be right back. So yeah, so they got shaker cups. This is the solo leveling one, and it's got a top on it too, but it's your regular shaker cup, and then you get a shaker lid, and then this stuff like lots of stuff. It's 30 scoops, 30 servings. Flavors are pretty good. I got this one. I love solo leveling, so I had planned on picking stuff up anyway. And then they're like, "Hey, do you want to do a sponsorship deal?" I was like, "Sure." And so I got stuff anyway. But yeah, so it's good stuff. Now, because of my current heart conditions, I'm not supposed to have as much caffeine. So I have to water mine down. So I don't have so it's so I can actually have the amount of caffeine. So they are pretty strong, but the amount of caffeine per serving is about the same as like a Red Bull or a Monster. Some of the monsters are a little bit more, some of the monsters are a little bit less. But it's about on par. My wife uses like has some before when she goes to the gym to kind of help her, get that power. So yeah, check it out. It's good stuff. But it is approaching that time that I am getting flagged from the wife that I need to stop streaming because I need to get on. I am on dad duty. So I will continue to assemble these off stream, and I will probably mount them to bases off stream. And then the next time we have a hobby stream, a modeling stream, we will be working. Yeah, wife aggro. We will be working on our kit bashing. We will be kit bashing our White King. And that's what we will be doing. So, let's see here. Got to get stuff out of the way so I can actually access my keyboard. And we're gonna go ahead and return the favor. Chris go ahead and joined our channel and send over some love. So we're gonna raid into Chris and show him some love. I thank you all very, very much for coming to join me tonight, today. And I hope you all have an amazing day. And I will see you next time.